Men, we've been lied to. Erectile dysfunction isn't permanent, and pills won't fix it. So if you've ever wondered why it keeps getting worse no matter what you've tried, stick around. Because in this video, I'm breaking down what's really causing ED and how to fix it by rebuilding the systems that control it. No pills, no shots, no BS. Just biology. The truth is, for men over 40, 90% of ED is caused by physical breakdowns inside the systems that drive performance. It's not in your head, it's blood flow, nerves, and hormones. And the good news is, all those systems can be rebuilt. But before we dive deeper, let's dismantle some of the biggest myths around ED. Nope, Mick Jagger had a kid at 73, and Picasso had one at 80. The real problem is deconditioning. When you stop challenging the system breaks down. Sure, pills work for a little while, but if you keep masking the problem, it only gets worse. Until one day, even the pills stop working. Wrong again. Testosterone boosts desire, not function. A study of 5,000 men found that testosterone therapy increased sex drive, but did not fix erections. Unfortunately, fellas, ED is a slow breakdown that builds over years. And if the same lifestyle that created it stays the same, it's just going to get worse. Research even shows that men with ED are 2 times more likely to have a heart attack or stroke. That's why ED is called the canary in the coal mine for heart disease. So ED isn't just about sex. It's an early warning sign. Alright, now that we've shredded the myths, let's break down what your body actually needs to perform. And here's how it works. To get and keep erections, 4 key systems have to work together. First up is hormones, mainly testosterone. This is your ignition switch for desire. But remember, it doesn't make erections happen. Second is blood vessels. This is the core factor for performance, because your blood vessels are where nitric oxide is made. Nitric oxide is the molecule that relaxes your vessels and lets blood flow into the penis. And here's what most guys don't realize. Those pills doctors prescribe for ED, they temporarily boost nitric oxide, but that just bypasses the real problem. The reason nitric oxide is low in the first place is because the blood vessels are unhealthy. Third, the nervous system. This is our control center, and it has 2 branches that work together. The calming side helps us get and maintain erections, and the stimulatory side is designed to help us fire. And finally, there's the mental side. We need to be present and aroused enough to get things going. But it's a delicate balancing act. Too much arousal can lead to a soft performance or a misfire. And not having enough won't move things forward either. The take-home message is these 4 systems have to work in harmony for everything to function. If just one of them is off, you won't get a standing ovation. Here's the hard truth that no one wants to admit. Our modern lifestyle is constantly eroding the systems we need to function every single day. And those bad habits are the silent killers that slowly chip away at our performance, leading us straight to Softsville. So let's break down the usual suspects and get clear on what we're up against. Right now, over 75% of men in America are overweight or obese. And here's the thing, that extra weight isn't just sitting there. It's damaging every system that we need to thrive. It spews out inflammatory chemicals, disrupts our sleep, throws off our hormones, and chokes off our nitric oxide production. This is why research shows that obesity triples the risk of ED. So if you want to keep your engine running strong, it's time to lighten the load. Our bodies are designed to move, but despite this, research shows that the average American sits for 8 hours a day. Worse still, only 20% of us meet the recommended guidelines for physical activity. When this sloth-like behavior becomes a habit, our bodies adapt to the inaction, leading to weakness and breakdown. And just like obesity, a lack of movement increases the risk of ED by 300%. The key takeaway here is movement is medicine. Let's call it like it is. We live in a world of processed junk. Fast food, packaged lab experiments, added sugar, and who the hell knows what chemicals are in this stuff. But here's the real scary part. This processed diet has become normal. And with every bite, this food cranks up inflammation, damages blood vessels, and throws our hormones out of whack. This is why study after study shows that eating processed food increases the risk of ED. So if you want to perform, stop fueling your body with garbage. We all know these two are bad news, but here's what most guys don't realize. Both directly damage your blood vessels. And once the damage sets in, nitric oxide drops and blood flow slows to a trickle. So smoking and throwing them back is the fast track to limp city. All right, we've broken down the myths. We know how erections work and what's holding us back. Now it's time for the most important part, how to restore function. Simply eating less is one of the fastest ways to lower inflammation, boost nitric oxide, and repair blood vessels. For example, one study showed that obese men who lost 33 pounds saw reversal in ED in 30% of cases. This isn't magic, guys. It's biology. When we drop the weight, inflammation goes down and our bodies repair themselves. Think of it like clearing out clogged pipes. Less junk means better flow. The key takeaway is this: when you lighten the load, your body will respond. If we want our bodies to perform at their best, we got to fuel it with real food. And when we give the body the raw materials it needs with whole food, it responds by improving the systems we need to function. If it didn't swim, run, fly, or reach for the sun, it's not food. It's a science experiment. It's really that simple. Whole foods equals performance. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Movement is medicine. When we move, whether it's walking, lifting, stretching, or anything that gets the blood pumping, we're triggering adaptation and strengthening the systems we need to perform. For example, studies show that regular aerobic exercise can improve and reverse ED. And when you throw weightlifting and stretching into the mix, the results get better. But that's not even training the specific muscle groups needed to get hard. One clinical trial found that after 6 months of Kegels, 40% of men reversed their ED and 35% showed improvement. Stop and think about that for a minute. No pills, no injections, no clinics. Just move your body and it'll show up for you. But let's be clear, movement is only one part of the puzzle. It's like upgrading your engine. Sure, you will have more power, but if the fuel lines are clogged, you're going nowhere. Don't be fooled, fellas. Poor sleep is one of the fastest ways to kill performance. One study showed that men with poor quality sleep were 6 times more likely to struggle with ED. And the guys with sleep apnea, they had a 10-fold increased risk. On top of that, if your circadian rhythm is off, your risk keeps climbing. Because when your body's natural rhythms break down, so does performance. From here on out, think of sleep like a reset button that recalibrates and repairs the body. Here's the truth. Erectile dysfunction is a warning sign that your systems need attention. And the good news is you can fix it by targeting the habits that are sabotaging you. That's the real secret. You don't need pills, supplements, or any more quick fixes. You need to restore the systems that drive performance. So the big question is, are you ready to take control? If you're ready to fix the root cause and get your performance back, the next step is simple. Start with a book or go all in with the full system. Either way, the links are in the description.